There we go. We're back now. Hopefully I can actually read chat this time. No games. I don't. Streaming doesn't quite work that well, so I'm just gonna be snug in a bug in a rug kind of stream. Just chill for a bit. Just talk because I try to keep myself mentally stimulated. I go to work and I gotta be up in 7, 8 hours. 8 hours. I gotta get up at work. I'm looking forward to going to work today. I like work. Mentally healthy stuff. Hey, Denosa. You're the only person here in this very lonely live stream. And yeah, it's cold out. Negative 19. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Hey, Trevor. Yeah, no, I work tomorrow morning, which will be nice to have some human social interaction. Not just me screaming at raccoons all night. Had one out there earlier today. Had my campfire. Trying to also figure out how I can multi-stream to. I don't want to spend 19 bucks on a program a month where I can multi-stream to YouTube and Twitch, but I want to start streaming the campfires on Twitch because I should be multi-streaming. I'm warm, always warm. Yeah, man. Just come and honestly, in a game, if you're kicking a person's ass, don't back off. Finish it off. It's very patronizing if you just back off when you're gonna win. Don't keep it going for the sake of keep it going. That's not fun. I like losing. I like winning. Really like winning. I'm competitive. But if I see myself beat and you back off, that's like a kick in the nuts, man. That's a real kick in the nuts, man. See the thing, I can see when I'm beat. I'm not a fool. I'm trying to get the Twitch going. I just don't know how I feel about spending $19 on a program. I'm trying to figure out which multi-streaming program is going to work best. Because like there's not much snow on the ground here, but I want to do a walkthrough and show you guys how much snow there is up here. Down here, there's nothing, but up the hill, it's like it's piled up as high as I am. I want to do a campfire live stream tomorrow to Twitch and to you guys, get it going for like 10 hours. I just need to know how to multi-stream because apparently Twitch is really good for streaming, especially IRL streams, and that could bring more viewership to my YouTube channel. Like, look at that guy I get called Queso. He started on Twitch, and now he's got millions of followers on Twitch and YouTube, and he's making like 200 grand a month. So that's the next thing. I'm going to do Twitch. I've got the account made for the Twitch. Twitchy. Let's see where that goes. I'll do the fire stream, not vertically, but horizontally. It's up, man. You didn't fuck up. You didn't fuck up. It's all good. I'd rather lose. I'm not a good gamer. I'm really not a good gamer. Oh, no, 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 no. There is a way to do a multi-stream. There's a few applications. There's a few free ones that are horrible, and I'm thinking I might spend the $10, $10 to $19 Canadian. I don't have the money, but I'm gonna spend it on the app so I can do a Twitch, YouTube live stream because I can't just abandon the live streams on YouTube. You guys are what kept me sane. But I'm looking into the different softwares to do that. So tomorrow I want to do a proper campfire live stream where I have like tons of wood. Where I have all the wood that I need to do the stream for like 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, fully charged batteries. Get it going on Twitch. See if I can get any followers there, and see if that you know translates to YouTube. Hey, Super Gang. Like the fun thing is I figured it out now. I have to go see the place, but that the green project, Jeremiah, we were talking about, I could be living on there. If I have $1,000 behind me, I can own the plot, and then just pay them $250 a month for a year. That is my plot, like 5K. That's not $250. Anybody can manage that. So I need to get $1,000 behind me for the plot, plus another $1,000 for the trailer home, and the solar, and the internet. I need to get $5,000 behind me, and I could have be on that spot for the summer. I've done a lot of research into it, and I think that's my main goal now is to have a small place of my own. And there's a lot of work up there I could get, so, and I could have my dog. Who knows? How do I plan on getting 5K? If I didn't have to spend money on my medications, I would have that money. I don't know. Uh, Whore myself out to what? 500 women for $10 a shot? I think I could manage that in a week. That might work. But no, I've done the math. Like, all I'd need is the money for the land, and then I could pay them $200 a month for like a year. And that's all I'd need. $400 a month for a year. And I just need the upfront cost of about $5,000 to one get the land. So the deposit for the land, $1,000, a fifth of the amount. About $1,000 solar setup. Um, Starlink and have that paid off for a year. My dog and have his food. Because if I'm living like that, I got a little trailer home. I mean, I need a dog. Legs are so much better, man. Legs are so much better. Fuck, maybe I should just set up a goddamn GoFundMe for it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. That feels really skeevy. That feels like cheating. Ooh, that even the thought of a GoFundMe makes me feel dirty, and not in a good way. That makes me feel really dirty. Because if you're like, oh, well, I'll set a GoFundMe for $5,000 so I can get all that. Why not 10,000? Why not 20,000? It's a slippery slope. Slippery slope. And it's just so damn skeevy and dirty, and I don't like it. Yeah, you know what? I probably could make some money because I guarantee I'm somebody's fetish. I don't want to be, but guaranteed I'm at least somebody's fetish. Enough, but enough that I can handle. Like I'm able to walk. I but it depends. It depends how much he needs me. Some weeks I can do upwards of 30 or 40. On average, it's about 20, 22. And it hurts because I'm not only that, it's just enough to pay for my meds, which suck. Chumley. Is that Pawn Star show? I'm in a, not inside. I'm outside. I'm in the woods. It's a tent, makeshift shelter. Chumley's got more hair than I do. How do I get a securities license? I don't have an address. Had to have identification sent to. And I live up north. Plus, I'm a huge ass liability. Night shift. They would not hire me. No security guard in the world would hire me because I'm too much of a liability. You know, the guy who has seizures and MS sometimes can't walk. What if I have a seizure when I'm on the clock? I'm way too much of a liability. You have to disclose the health. Okay? You have to disclose the health. Because if something happens when I'm on site, let's say I'm walking up the stairs or something and I have a seizure and then I come tumbling down to the bottom, I break my arms and I break my legs, guess what? Because I didn't disclose it, they're not liable. They're not liable. Then they would immediately fire me. I would get no workers' compensation because I did not disclose the medical problems. And I would be up Shit's Creek without a paddle, on the streets with no job, with two broken legs and a broken arm. You have to disclose your medical problems to your employer, or you're not covered by insurance and they're not liable. They would not hire me. I'll do anything, honestly. I'll do anything. I have a job. It's not the fancy, but I've got a job. Michael, what country are you in? Are you in the States or Canada? Because I'm in Canada, and you do have to disclose certain medical problems that could cause issue with your employment. I don't have a home to work from, man. I have barely any internet. I have a phone. You know my computer skills? I just learned how to use Discord. I operated a crane. Okay? My higher education is an apprenticeship. But you can't do that when you have seizures. I lost all my driver's licenses. Legally, I cannot operate a motor vehicle. They took my driver's licenses away for even cars. When you have a seizure, you lose your licenses. So I can't go like drive for Uber. I can't ride a bicycle to do for Uber in the city or anything or the eat stuff because there's a good chance I'll seize, fall off, and break my freaking neck. Yeah, Trudeau fucking sucks. No, the thing with certain, you don't have to disclose your race, sexual orientation, creed, religion, or most medical things, as long as the medical do not affect the job. Like, if I was to go, if it affects the insurance, if I am uninsurable through them, it's something I have to disclose. Like, if I'm going to go work at a construction site, I have to tell them, hey guys, I've got multiple sclerosis. I also have a seizure disorder. So there's that. I'm not begging for jack shit, bud. I've got a job. Like, I'm pretty close to my work. Actually, I've got a shift today. I'm so happy to be back. It's at an outdoor store. Like, we sell guns and various hunting gear, and rent some cabins and have a small marina there. And during the summer, we rent cottages. It's not, but it's work. I searched for 10 months in Toronto to find anything. Fucking Walmart wouldn't hire me. It was one of those, you're overqualified for this job, but you don't have the qualifications we need for you to hire you at this job kind of bullshit. Oh shit. Oh no 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 no. It's like negative 18. It's negative 8. It's Celsius. So I was like, what? Negative 4 Fahrenheit ish? Oh, I don't mind people being mean to me. I can be mean to them. Heck, they can even make fun of my bald head. Uh, I miss my hair. I really miss having hair. But, just there's a lot. I don't even see a point of getting angry. Like, there, no, there's a certain subset of people when they see someone, oh, they're on the street, they're outdoors, it's their own fault. They don't want to work, they don't have a job. Doesn't matter what you tell them, they've got their own opinion on people outside. It's either they believe no matter what, that person is an addict, has to be because they're outdoors, or they're not trying hard enough. Like, dude, I got a job. You don't understand that my med bills are like $650 a month. Ah, nah, Steve Seagal. Oh, I honestly I don't mind the trolls. I like to fight some of them. Oh, but yeah, I'm thinking about like a lot. Oh, that's one thing I would really like. What you're talking about, the basement dwellers, the ones that are armchair survivalists telling you to, oh, what you're doing is wrong. Just dig a hole in the ground. It'll be better. It'll be warmer. These guys don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They've never gone in the woods for more than a camping trip with all the supplies they need on their back. It's not feasible to dig a hole to live in. And who wants to live in a like 3 by 3, a 6 foot by 6 foot coffin, grave in the ground? It's not fun. It's depressing. It's damp. It's wet. It's not human. It's. I will do any job. I've got a job up here in Sudbury. If I can, I'm not leaving this job because I've got this guaranteed, and it's something I can do. It's not like I can go pick up any job. If I'll be honest with you right now. I could go to Toronto tomorrow and get a construction job if they'd hire me. They won't because they know the medical problems. But I've got the connections where I could get myself, if I was well, could get myself the job tomorrow. Hell, I could get you the job, Super Gang, making like 25, $30 an hour just being a construction. Nate, I appreciate that. The Vagabond subreddit, I know I was getting a few mentions on there today. Michael Robinson, what is what? The job I'm working at right currently, my current employment, I'm working at an outdoor store. It is a small, privately owned business. I am very loyal to my current employer. She did not have to hire me when she did, but we sell a bunch. We sell rifles for hunting. We've got 10 cabins we rent for hunting. We also rent snowmobiles, ATVs, boats, marina sluices and cottages, fishing gear, and sell beer and some small camping food supplies. Also, ammunition. Dude, Don, you don't have to give me anything. Honestly, I'm not here trying to get supers or donations. I'm here for conversation, for mental stimulation. Talking is mentally healthy for me. What do you mean? Well, what about Jersey? I'm up in Canada, eh? Like that again. Wilson, yeah, I can lie, but the second I have a seizure or my legs give out and I'm collapsed on the ground and can't stand up because I've got MS. That's multiple sclerosis. They find out and they fire me, and they can do it legally because you lied about your condition, man. And if something happens on the job, like I have a seizure and I collapse, and let's say I've got some wood or something on my shoulder and I get really seriously injured, workers' compensation will not cover me. Their insurances will not cover me because it's something I should have disclosed. Michael, you don't know jack shit. Our laws are shit. Hey, Michael the clown. You don't know jack shit. Like you don't know jack shit, Michael. Like jack shit about the laws. I don't think you know about the laws in the states. Look up liability. If it's a certain illness that it is well documented, because it is. I am diagnosed with MS. I've got a doctor I see regularly. The seizures are well known, also medically documented. If it's something like that, when you go work for a place and that could play a part that could affect your job, it is something you have to disclose. And like all I'm here for is some good chat, having some people to talk to, mentally healthy stuff. Well, my best option for long term is there's a project called the Green Project. Even in my current situation, it is feasible for me to get. Things would be better once if the ODSP stuff would settle really quickly. It's not going to be quickly. It's been 4 freaking years. If my lawyer could get it settled, then I could start getting my back pay from that, and that I'd have that with no problem. That would be ideal. I could have a small plot of land, super cheap, and I don't need much to live in. I'd pick up an old trailer from the 90s, like, the camper trailers, throw that on the land and slowly fix it up. You can get that between $500 and $1,100. Wouldn't need more than that, and live semi rough. Just put a wood burning stove in the center, some decent solar panels, and maybe consider getting Starlink and a dog. You gotta have a dog. It's right now -18. Wilson, I qualified a long time ago for the disability. I've got a neurological disease that's slowly eating away at my motor functions in my body. I am more than qualified, but up here in Canada, the system likes to push MAID on you, which is medical assisted death, assisted suicide. The doctors give you the good chemicals, then you go in the ground kind of stuff. And I've had that pushed on me several times. It's dystopian. Up here, instead of giving people who want to live disability, they sit you in a little room to try to convince you to take MAID. 55,000 people a year are taking the damn thing because of social workers. Oh, dude, I don't really need anything, man. Just to keep your money for you, honestly. I'm here to chat. I'm not here to ask for anything. I need conversation. Like, I'm in the woods. I haven't left this area all day. I don't. I've been lacking conversation. MAID isn't a drug. MAID is a program. It is assisted suicide. I don't know what drug cocktail they use, but it kills you. Mind you, I am already on 10 different medications, two of which are for depression and two of which are for spasms, muscle spasms. I don't need a hot water bottle. I'm pretty good. MAID, medical assistance in death. Assisted suicide, doctor assisted suicide. Oh, hey, Mark. Nice to see you again here. What have you been doing in the woods? On my ultimate breakfast. Honestly, give me 2 eggs, fry up some green tomatoes and sausages with some bread. Oh, no, 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 no. Coyotes didn't get me. They're more afraid of you than they are of me. I've got a recording of like a pack of them going crazy outside the shelter. Ruckus, it's kind of funny you're talking about corned beef hash. I made corned beef hash for dinner, and I split it up, and they're in my stockpile now, frozen, freezing. But yeah, I made corned beef hash with potatoes, onion, cabbage, mushroom, the can of corned beef, broke it up into a bunch of meals so I have something to throw on the fire if I ever need a meal quickly. Oh, it's the easiest thing to work with. Super tasty. Fry some potatoes. Throw a half a can of corned beef in with the taters, and fry it all up till it's all nice and crispy. And it's pretty. It's decent stuff. Oh, you definitely throw a fried egg on top. Well, Renata, it's a slippery slope, and they've started discussing it in the states. Certain states in the U.S. are trying to bring in MAID, and it's a very slippery slope. Originally, it was here for when it was first brought in. The plan was for people who are terminal, who do not have very long to live, who do not want to suffer, and now they're giving it to people with depression. It was a very slippery slope, and it went down fast. Well, Mark, long story short, yes, much better. Uh, I I was at the peak of pain on Sunday. I had too much, just way too much pain. It wasn't stopping, so I hitchhiked into town and jumped on a bus early Monday morning. Was in Toronto for like noon, and went to my doctor's, and I've got a new prescription for Terrazidine, and he rebalanced my other medications. And the second I got on that, the spasms stopped, the pain stopped. The only problem I'm having now is serious brain fog at times. Earlier today, I could barely remember my own name. Oh, Graham, it's a lot worse than that. I'll try to find. I made a video about it a while ago. I'll try to find the actual news story of it. But there was a guy who was on disability. Disability in Ontario is atrocious. It's like $1,300 a month. His apartment, the owner sold, so he was being told he had to vacate. And his apartment was reasonably priced, like it was $1,000 a month. That's not much, $300 to live off of, but he's surviving. He couldn't find anything for under $1,500, and it was either take MAID or be homeless with severe disability while getting ODSP. And he ended up taking MAID. He got two doctors to sign off on it, and he got it. That's how easy it is to actually get into the MAID program in Canada. You just need two doctors willing to sign the piece of paper saying yes, we agree that this person should get MAID, and those two doctors aren't hard to find. And it's sad. It's scary. Like the first time it happened to me, I was appalled. I was in the hospital. They said the social workers want to talk to me. They led me to a little room. They had two very large security guards standing out in front of this little room, and two social workers on the inside. And she plopped her big blue book on the table, and for 2 hours she's talking about MAID, how it would be a good choice for me, and oh, you don't want to suffer, just trying to convince me to take MAID. This is before I had a diagnosis or anything. Same damn thing happened a second time. Little room, and you're just sitting there, your jaw gaping, and they're trying to make you think they're your best friend. They're trying to make you buy into what they're saying, that maybe it is a good thing that I just end it. It was really shocking. The third time they tried to do it to me, they brought me into the little room, two security guards out front, and they do that to make it feel like you're not allowed to leave. I got really upset. I said some very horrible things to the social worker. I won't say them here because it's a demonetization. But I screamed at her. I told her where she could stick it, and I walked out. And that's the thing. The second time I went into that room, I've got the 2 hours of audio recorded from her trying to convince me. That's why I have a lawyer who's fighting for my disability for me. I brought that in Toronto. There's a place downtown. They work with new lawyers, and they can link you to other lawyers that'll help you. It's called the Faculty of Law. There's a place called Hart Hall. It's right near, and they linked me to the lawyer I'm working with now, who's trying to fight for my disability, and he's going after them for the craziness they did to me. Yep. Like again, it's been a lot. I do have one full recording of about 2 hours of them trying to go over all the wonders of MAID. Just the way I've learned it from the people I see get disability and the people I don't. They give disability payments to people they don't think are going to be using it for very long. Um, if you have a drug addiction, there is a place you go see a counselor, and they will put you on methadone, and they don't even check if you're taking it for like 3 weeks. And then, like, after 3 months of seeing her once every 2 or 3 weeks, the person at the clinic, they apply for disability for you, and you get it that like right away. I've spoke to countless people who are heavy addicts that the government is paying to be addicts, because it's easier to do that and let them die than to treat them. But it's cheaper for them to end my life than give me disability, because I want to live another 40, 50, 60, 80, 100 years. MAID. MAID. But let's stop talking about the depression stuff. You're getting to me. I'm getting all teary eyed. But yeah, like with everything, I feel guilty for even having simple pleasures in my life. Like, heck, let's say I had a craving. I want to have a beer. I'm not a drinker. I've never been a drinker, but once in a while, about 1 or 2 beers. That's always been enough for me. I would feel bad if I went and bought myself a single beer, and sat down and had it with my meal, because I don't need it. I would feel really guilty for doing that because of the situation I'm in. And like small creature comforts, I don't think I feel like I'm not allowed to have at all because of the situation I'm in. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Uh, David, I agree with you on that, but I also disagree. I think alcohol is okay in moderation. I also think there are some people who should not drink. Eh, if you can't control yourself when you are drinking, you probably shouldn't be drinking. And yeah, I've had a deer, a stag, come right up to me. I could have reached out and touched his nose. That was pretty cool. It's always cool when you see wildlife, but when you get to see wildlife and they're just like looking at you and they're just going about their business like you're part of the forest, like you belong there. That's pretty freaking cool. Like, didn't even care I was there. Just came up, looked at me. He's like, "Hey, bro." I was like, "Hey, bro." And he was like, "Hey, bro." He went another way. Didn't bother me. Didn't bother him. Like, I would say maybe 2, 3 feet away from me. That again. That's really cool. It's like they've accepted me as part of the woods. That they're cool with me. I'd say that's about the coolest thing. Actually, yeah, I've had no problem with wildlife except the damn raccoons. They can go to hell. Fucking raccoons. Well, Jeremy, I hope you're doing okay. The little shits, the raccoons are not friendly creatures. The raccoons in the city, they are at least a little bit polite. If you tell them to get lost, they're gonna run away. The country raccoons, they're built different. They don't give a shit. They will you will scream at them and throw a pot and pan at them. They'll just like look at you and laugh like, what's that gonna do to me? They are tough bastards up here. Enjoy, Kay. Technically, yes, good. It is a tent, but I've reinforced it so it's a lot warmer in here. When I can move, I've got the tent to move there, but the spot needs to be cleared out, and my legs are not just up to that yet. And the bloody tent itself is like 120 pounds. Worst case scenario, my boss holds on to it for me until some of the snow in the area clears out, or I have to leave here. Let's say I was to come into $5,000 tomorrow, I'd take that and get that land I was talking about and pitch the tent there. Oh man, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I can manage it. It's I'm gonna borrow one of the ATVs to get my stuff to the spot. It's just ugh, the legs and whatnot. Eh, I don't hate. I'm from Toronto. I'm not holding that against you, man. I'm from Toronto. Like Ottawa, at least you guys have a little bit of class. Torontonians, we're stuck up. We think Toronto's the center of the world because it is. We have like what? We in Toronto, we have like a quarter of Canada's population in Toronto. So technically, we are the center of Canada. Yeah, David, I got it from an army surplus store. It is 12 foot long by 12 foot wide. It's canvas with steel poles. It's an army winterized tent. I got it for a dirt cheap. Oh yeah, well, we Toronto has Drake. Ugh, ugh. It's not warm at all. It's -18 Celsius. Well, you know what? Canada's got three things. We've got hockey, we've got maple syrup, and we've got war crimes. You know, the Geneva Convention only exists because of Canada's war crimes. Oh, yeah, we also got sorry. Sorry there, here, bud. Oh, well, David, in the canvas tent, I'm going to put down a proper bed, and they. I have a small portable wood burning stove for camping. It's stainless steel, so in there will be nice and warm. Well, Jay, there's a story of World War II. It shows what Canadians were like in war. Probably because we got gassed. We were on the front lines and we got gassed, so a lot of our soldiers were just truly hating the enemy. But it was, I think, second year of World War II during the ceasefire at Christmas time. The year prior, the Allies they crawled through the trenches and threw cans of corned beef and other rations over to the Germans, and they're all happy. Well, the next year, Canadians were on that line. They crawled through no man's land, crawled over to the Germans' trenches, and volleyed a bunch of corned beef over for them for Christmas. The Germans were ecstatic and excited, screaming, "Yay, thank you, more, more, more." And the Canadians did just that. They threw more over. This time it wasn't corned beef, though. It was grenades. That's Canada. That was Canada in the war. No, Mina. I have a bunch of power banks. I've got a heated sleeping bag that's pretty good, and I've got like a stack of sleeping bags and quilts and whatnot that keep me warm. But I've got a heated sleeping bag with one larger power brick that'll keep it going for a few days nonstop. Uh, I know why they're. Isn't the one trailing behind the previous leader, and they just take turns swapping around sides? I I'm not sure why they migrate like that. Yeah, no, heated sleeping bag. It's a nice thing to have. And speaking of which, my power bank is on 3%, and I got to do a charge tomorrow. Fair enough. That's pretty good. And yeah, I gotta probably let you guys go in the next few minutes because I have to be up for. I gotta get up about 6 in the morning and head off to work because I'm working tomorrow, which makes me really happy. See, I've never been to Australia, but I think Canada is a beautiful country. The people in general are very good. I'd say the vast majority of the Canadian people are good, honest, decent people. The only problem with Canada is our leadership. You guys take care and have a great night, and we'll talk again soon. Bye, everybody.